Hello my crafty friends, I'm so excited. I'm going to teach you how to foil any stamp. Everything from rubber stamps to clear stamps is in this video, and I'm going to teach you how in a few simple steps, and it's going to blow your mind. This is totally game changer. This foiling hack, you're going to be able to foil all of your red rubber stamps and your clear stamps. I'll be using this beautiful flower. The best part about this hack is you no longer need this product. You can use your Misty for this hack. I suggest if you do use your Misty, you're going to need something sticky in the bottom of it. The thing I love about the stamping wheel is when you put your stuff down on it, it doesn't move. It's stuck to it and it's not going to move or shift on you. In mine, this was an extra purchase for this. It's a sticky mat that it's like super sticky, and it actually fits into the bottom of this so that you can use your red rubber stamps. If you're doing clear stamps, you're going to have this set in. I'm going to position my paper down. Just like that, rub it down, and you can see it's completely stuck down. Put down my stamping wheel to pick up my image, and I'm going to flip it around. Scrap piece of paper right here because I'm going to need that. And these are just some dude wipes. Any kind of wipes that don't deposit lint or anything like that is going to be good to use for this. But I just pulled out my wet wipe, and I'm just going to moisten the top of the rubber stamp. This is a blending brush, and this is like the foam domes, and I recommend using the foam domes just because of that dome shape and the density of the foam. Follow my instructions to a T and you're going to have fabulous results. This is Pops of Color. They come in several different colors. I recommend using darker colors for this because then you can actually see what you're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Both are fine, whichever you choose to use. Always start out with a fresh dome. If you've used this already and you have it dry up, don't use that one anymore. Get a fresh dome every single time. It's going to give you great results. So you're going to put the product here, and then I'm just going to re-moisten this just really quick. Okay, and then you're just going to start dabbing it and start dabbing it onto your surface. Don't get it really super heavy, but don't get it super thin that it's going to want to stick to your paper when you apply it. So just like this, dab it all around. And the larger the stamp that you're using, you're going to want to work quickly with this. So just dab it on just like that. And the nice thing about the dome rollers is it's not going to touch your countertop even when it's rolling around. So we're going to press this down really quick, and then we're going to lift up. And when we lift up, you see our impression right there. And now we're going to go, but you see how it's light? I want to go darker with that. So I'm going to put out a little more product. Get that ready. Grab my applicator and just start pressing. And you want it thicker just so, like I said, so it doesn't stick to that paper underneath when you go to push it down. So just lightly, but get a nice application. Okay, just work quickly, and then I'm going to apply it again. Pull up and see how much darker of an image this is. And this is why you want a really good sticky surface to work on, so it's going to hold your paper and everything in place. If you don't have that, your image could pull up and you could have all kinds of problems. After we have our image stamped, you're going to want to clean your stamp right away. So just take your dude wipe or your any kind of wipe that you want to use, as long as it's lint free. And I'm just going to spray a little bit of water on top of this. Now I'm going to come in with my toothbrush, and this is just going to get in those little nooks and crannies and just wipe that down really quick. Just scrub, scrub, scrub. And then you're going to take your wipe and you're going to get just dab it out. Just rub and dab until everything comes out and your stamp is all clean. Peel this up. This next stamp, you can see how intricate this is. And before, you could never foil. Even with the Heidi Swap, the toner ink, you couldn't even do a stamp like this. It's just too intricate and it would just blob everything. So right now I'm going to take this stamp and I'm just going to press my paper down. Make sure you get it good and firm, just a firm push. Make sure everything is adhered down really tight. And I'm going to use this right there. And then I've got the sentiment, "It's the most wonderful time of the year." I'm going to lay that right down just like that and pick up my image. Make sure it's right. Always have that up at the top. Keeps everything in line. Pick it up really tight. Now I'm going to flip it over. I've used a lot of this color, so I'm just going to switch out the bottles and just use this different color just so you can see that you can use any color. It's not going to make a difference. Just get that out and just ink it up. I'm just going to moisten this a little bit. And then moisten that. And now I'm just going to take the ink to the stamp. Now you can really see this because this is a darker color. You can really see the application going on really well. And just work quickly with it and make sure it's really, really gelled up. But don't get it so thin that it's going to want to stick to your paper. And with this, you've got to really work fast. So I'm going to push some more out here. Just apply it quickly, because this is a larger stamp. Larger stamps are going to be a little trickier to do just because you do have to work faster. That's just the reality of what we're doing here. So just stamp it out really quickly. Go over this a little bit more. And now we're going to quickly just flip it over and press it down. And then pull up. Just work very quickly, and you see your image, how dark that is. I'm just going to ink it up one more time just to make it a little darker. I'll keep this straight and in line. Always remember that. Put out some more product here so I can work faster. Just go over top. This is honestly the way that you can get the most perfect impression, because with the black toner ink before, you just weren't getting, like, you were losing some of the detail, and sometimes it could even look a little rustic. And if you like that look, that's perfect for you. But if you're really looking for that crisp, clean image, this is a game changer, a total game changer. And please drop in the comments if you love this hack. Share the love with me. Share your comments. I love reading those. It's so fun to hear your reaction to my hacks. Okay, now we're just going to push it down really fast, pull up, and we've got our perfect image. Now I'm going to hurry and clean this really quick, and then I'm going to peel this up, and we're ready for the next step. Before we move on, I just want to show you, this is the piece that you lay in. Like I said, this was an extra purchase that I have to make. It always stays in the bottom in case I want to do my rubber stamps. This is my go-to stamping platform now. I love this because it's sticky and it adheres everything so nice and nothing will move on you. So I've put this back into place. I'm going to lay down my next sheet of cardstock, and you're going to need that thick, sticky rubber piece in here for when you do just your regular clear stamps. So I'm going to lay this down because I really wanted to show you this too. But I got to quickly clean this up and we'll be right back. Make sure you get your stamp thoroughly clean. Don't let anything set down in there. You don't want to ruin your stamp. Make sure you get it all out. Get it all nice and clean. This is super important. Don't let it set on your stamp for a long time. Get it cleaned up. I want to mention the pickup plate used to picking up your stamps. There's like a glossy filling side and then there's a frosted side. You want to pick up your stamps on this glossy side. So I have my glossy side down. And I'm going to, let me make sure I've got it. Okay. And I'm going to just pick up my stamp and just pick that up. I believe I have enough product since this is a smaller stamp. When working with the clear stamps, you do not have to moisten them. You don't have to wet them. Just go right at it to stamping them. Make sure you have it gelled up enough that it's not going to stick to your paper underneath. If you don't have enough of this on your stamp, it's going to stick to that paper and then you're going to have to clean off your stamp because you will have stuck paper on your stamp. So I'm going to add a little bit more in. This is not messy at all. This is way easier than any other foiling that I have done, and it's just super easy. You cannot mess this up. Just really quick and pull it back up. Look at that. I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. You can test this out and see if you like it on one go through, but I like to just double up on the coating, just extra gel. You don't have to go as heavy on the next layer, and as you can see, the clear stamps are going to be quicker and easier to do, especially if they're not as intricate. So now we've got our next stamp ready to go. Our next stamped image. Look at that. I'll show you up close. And now we're ready to foil. I highly recommend this stamping platform. It's a game changer. The stamping platform, I use it all the time now. It just helps me to stamp out perfectly and fast every single time. It's my bestie now. It's my favorite. Minc machine. Turn my machine on and I'm going to push the button until I get to number 4. You can use setting 3 if you want. Oh, I went too far. But 4 is really the one that I like to set mine on. So I'm going to wait till this heats up. It's going to turn green when it's ready. I'm going to be using the gold stars just because I know that it shows up on camera really well. Sometimes if I'm foiling with reds or pinks, it kind of shows up a little black and a little weird on camera. So I'm going to cut this in sections and make sure that it's big enough to cover each of my different designs. The machine is heated up, ready to go. The one thing you're going to need is the transfer sheet, the transfer folder that is specific for this machine. It's the Heidi Swap transfer folders. And now I'm just going to lay this, put the colored side up. The silvery side's going to go down on top, just like that. Smooth it out, and now I'm going to run it straight through the machine. When this comes out, it's going to be hot. We're going to open this up and we're just going to peel it hot. Don't wait for it to cool down, just go ahead and peel it and look at those beautiful results. I flipped out when I came up with this idea because I could not wait to share it all with you. I told you this video was going to be worth the wait, and I am not disappointing today. I cannot wait to read your comments on how much you love this idea. I have the flower, and I'm just putting the foil over top. I'm going to place it into the transfer folder. Okay, now we're just going to run it through one time. I get so excited this is going to change the world with foiling. You can foil any of your stamps. Okay, we're going to pull it out and we're going to do the reveal. And do not forget that you can use this for stenciling too. Only when you use your dauber on your stencil, make sure you clean it up, your stencil, right after you're doing your stenciling, and you're going to have beautiful results with your stencils as well. But look how awesome. This is going to be our instant Christmas card. It's already got the sentiment on here. This is our image. We're just going to foil this up. We're going to put it inside. Put it inside of our folder. Just like that. Smooth it down and run it through the machine. This goes so quick. I wanted to show you this in time that you could use this on your Christmas cards, because this is a game changer. And thank you so much to everyone that subscribes to my channel and sharing my videos in groups and with your friends. I'm just so grateful to you all. But look at that instant Christmas card. Slap this on a card base, add some color to it, you're ready to go. I love this. This is such a great idea, and you no longer have to use the sticky toner ink. This is a game changer. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment on my channel, and until next time, I'll catch you in that video, friends.